Morning. It is the 4th of April, Friday. I got 16 minutes past 6 a.m. Welcome back to those who are tuning in. I've got another quote, another short quote. I'm actually, again, like I said yesterday, I'm liking these short quotes. Yeah. So I've got this one here. I'll just move this out of the way. By Epictetus. It goes, "It is difficulties that show what men are. It is difficulties that show what men are." Yeah, no, I guess it kind of speaks for itself, but yeah, I always find it interesting how some people like crack under pressure or under different circumstances, and not so much crack, but sometimes just react. I always I There's certain there are certain times where or speed bumps where I'll come across to where it feels like it's unbecoming. It feels as if I am not what I usually am, and when I reflect on those moments or how I reacted, I always question who I really am because of what that issue did to me, mentally, physically, emotionally. Um, I mean, I always say it's good to be aware and acknowledge that, and always try and be, I don't know, maybe approach it a bit differently, or but it is very confronting because sometimes, yeah, not only does the truth hurt, but the truth will change your life if you're aware of it. I guess it's how you approach it as well. It is difficulties that show what men are. Even just I mean, it's only what 7 words, and it's fucking or 8 words, and it's extremely humbling. Um, because it's usually how I view other people as well, and how I would be if I was in their position. Like that's something I think about. But shows what, yeah, yes and no, because sometimes people are put in a situation where they have to act in a certain way, which is not them, but they have to do it. But yeah, I guess it relies on context, and I'm not trying to fucking I guess soften the blow to myself because of sometimes I put myself in those situations. But yeah, sometimes you kind of have to pick your battles and um, what you're willing to fight for, what you're willing to stand by your convictions with, and what you're willing to concede. Um, and I guess that just shows who you really are. I guess there's some truth to that. There's a lot of truth to that quote. Um, it also shows like not just pick your battles, but what you're willing to do, or what you're willing to fight for who you are as well. I feel like I'm just repeating the same fucking words in different phrases, but that's how I'm viewing this quote. That's how I'm reflecting on this quote. It is difficulties that show what men are, and it's true. Yeah, I mean, and I always say I always like the uncomfortable. After I enjoy being uncomfortable. I enjoy learning about myself. I enjoy learning about the people around me. It's always fascinating. It's always confronting. It's always humbling. But I always think it's necessary. It is extremely necessary. Um, but yeah, that's all I have to say about that one. All right, I'll throw my hands up. Deuces. If anybody has anything to say about it, feel free to message me about it. I'd be curious to hear other people's perspectives. It is difficulties that show what men are.